Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice one.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You are watching Lubed. This is my game review for October the 27th, 2022. The Edmonton Oilers at the Chicago Blackhawks in the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. 6-5 victory for the Edmonton Oilers. They did it the hard way, but they did get it done. Lots of storylines in this game, and one of those storylines was the Evander Kane no goal. I'm not even going to discuss that tonight. I'm actually going to discuss that on Saturday when I do my preview for next week, news and previews. The reason being, there was a lot of layers of mistake on that goal, and I want to break it down. It was a shameful situation. Like I said, I'm going to break it down on Saturday. So what I do want to talk about is Dylan Holloway. He returned to the lineup tonight after absolutely getting railroaded by Letushin, I think his name is, from the Buffalo Sabres in Game 2 or Game 3 of the season. He missed the last 4 games. I would imagine he suffered a bit of a concussion on the play. I'm not sure. But I was wondering, how is Dylan Holloway going to come back, and what is his confidence going to be like? He made kind of a very poor play in the Vancouver game, causing the first goal against of the season. And then that hit happened. So you think that his confidence would have taken a bit of a hit. To be honest with you, he was kind of invisible tonight up until about the third period. And then I started seeing him trying to really fight his way through it and really start skating really hard into the zone for a few minutes there in the third. And yeah, I think he's starting to try to work his way out of it. So that was a good sign towards the end of the third period. The Edmonton Oilers opened the scoring from an absolute amazing pass by Connor McDavid, who was in the high zone, almost near the blue line. And he feeds Zach Hyman tape-to-tape perfection for the first goal, which was his only assist of the game on a 4-point night. So that means he got a hat-trick. McDavid's just unreal. He's still an unreal player. And I guess the new battle's going to be next year, or instead of Crosby McDavid, it's going to be now Bedard and McDavid. We're going to see how that pans out next year when Bedard comes into the league. But wow, just an amazing night for McDavid. Obviously, he's going to be an X factor. I don't even have to forewarn you on that. Andre Athanasiou, he absolutely undressed Jack Campbell tonight as well. The Oilers kind of hung Campbell out to dry. I know a lot of people out there are going to say, oh, Campbell had kind of a horrible night. But you know what? The chances that the Oilers were allowing Chicago to have, they gave him all sorts of room, to deke around and all that. There was not much defense. This was a run and gun hockey game the whole way through. Yeah, Jack Campbell wasn't exactly stellar, but I don't want people to go out there and hate Jack Campbell for this effort. Yeah, it wasn't a great game on his part. No question about it. But let's put everything into perspective here. His team hung him out to dry in a lot of areas. But the Oilers were still able to overcome, and that's what I'm starting to really love about this team. They're willing to overcome adversity big time. And you begin to wonder if the Chicago Blackhawks management didn't give the players the memo, because this summer, after getting rid of Kirby Dach, getting rid of DeBrincat, you thought, okay, this team is definitely 100% trying to tank for Bedard. But they are playing with fight and vigor. They're really trying to... The players aren't giving up. I wonder if the management have, but the players aren't, and they are still playing very good hockey. I'm actually quite impressed. I did not expect the Chicago Blackhawks to be where they are in the standings. I expected them to be like right at the bottom. And they're playing pretty good considering the team that they have. So that's a prop to Luke Richardson, former Edmonton Oiler, who is now the Chicago Blackhawks head coach. In the second period, 18 seconds in, Connor McDavid absolutely snipes one over Alex Stalock, who used to be a goalie for the Oilers. Never did get a start with the Oilers, but he did, or he was signed as an Edmonton Oiler for about 2 years, I think it was. I was always hoping we would get a chance to see him play, but he never did get a start. Penalty-filled second period, too. Wow. Like in this whole game, there was 20 penalties in the whole game, and most of them were in the second period, including a couple with Patrick or Evander Kane. It wasn't the prettiest of periods, and I think the referees were a little bit trigger happy on the calls. And I will get into the Evander Kane non-call on the weekend. There's a lot of stuff I want to break down on that. Multiple mistakes on that play. But there is an emerging hatred now forming between the Blackhawks and the Oilers after tonight. There was a bit of chippiness involved. So we'll see what happens when they meet up on November 30th back at the United Center, and the final meeting on January 28th in Edmonton. Could it get worse? Could it get more chippy? We'll see. Anyway, let's break down the X factors for tonight's game.
Rangers having trouble changing here. McDavid, beautiful move.
Okay. The Edmonton Oilers overcame adversity. That is a no-brainer. Several times they had to tie the game in this game. And then at the very end, Leon Draisaitl gets the game-winning goal with about 30 seconds left. And there we have it. The Oilers were 3 for 7 on the power play tonight. Lots of penalties tonight. 42.9% power play. That's a pretty good power play. That's a pretty good night when you're nearly half of your power plays go in the net. Leon Draisaitl, again, game-winning goal. He had 2 assists. Just an amazing outing for him. But the crown goes to Connor. 4-point night. I believe the announcers were saying it's his 15th career hat-trick. Just an amazing night. So that puts the Oilers now, as far as the conference standings go, I believe they are now in 4th. They play the Calgary Flames on the Battle of Alberta, game number 2 on Saturday night in Calgary on Hockey Night in Canada. So we'll see what happens. And that is all I got for you until Saturday. Again, on Saturday, I am going to break down the Evander Kane non-goal and all the errors that were caused within that one play. Anyway, guys, that is all I have for you tonight. We will see you Saturday, as I will do multiple videos for my preview of next week and the Battle of Alberta results. We will talk soon. As always, stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. Have a good night.
Words I spit so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite, they feeling.